Now, I say all this to highlight a story that we find in Acts, chapter 23. The Apostle Paul was in a difficult situation. He had been arrested. He is the cause of a massive uproar. And then he's caught in the middle of a dispute between the Pharisees and the Sadducees. Now, there's a passage of scripture that I want to highlight. Acts 23 verses 9 to 11 says, "Then there arose a loud outcry, and the scribes of the Pharisees' parties arose and protested, saying, 'We find no evil in this man. But if a spirit or an angel has spoken to him, let us not fight against God.' Now when there arose a great dissension, the commander, fearing lest Paul might be pulled to pieces by them, commanded the soldiers to go down and take him by force from among them and bring him into the barracks. But the following night the Lord stood by him and said, 'Be of good cheer, Paul, for as you have testified for me in Jerusalem, so you must also bear witness at Rome.' So Paul stands accused. He stands in the middle of a very real threat of danger on his life. But verse 11 here says, 'The following night the Lord stood by him.' Now, I'm not going to focus on what the Lord said to encourage Paul, but I want you to focus on the fact that the Bible said the Lord stood by him. What more do you need in this life than for God to stand by you? Why should you worry? Why should you fear or be anxious when you know that God stands beside you? Isn't it remarkable that just when Paul might have been forgiven for thinking, 'I'm doing the right thing when the whole world seems to be against me,' just when Paul was in the firing line, there was God standing beside him. God was honoring his word, which says in Deuteronomy 31 verse 8, 'He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged.' Everything the Lord has for us is contained in these simple words. He will never leave you or forsake you.